Oh. And we are live, mother lovers. That's right. Back up in this bitch. I said pitch for all you kids out there that are listening right now that shouldn't be in. Listen. What's going on, mother lovers? We are back again with something you might not never know nothing about. That's right. It is before Watershed. You know what I mean? Well, for some of us, some people are still trying to get their kids to bed. You know what I mean? But we are here right now. Yeah, after a couple of weeks off. After a few incidences, close shaves, we're still here. Shout out to my co-host, and my name is Mysdiggi, by the way, just in case you didn't know. Shout out to my co-host, Dan DNA. What's going on, brother?
Good.
In the boards, you know what I mean? Doing the Dr. Octopus right there. Was it Dr. Octopus or Dr. Octagon?
Doctor, I don't know. What would I rather be?
Yeah. Would you rather
Dr. Octagon?
Dr. Octagon, yeah.
Octogod.
Octogod.
Yeah,
nice.
Octogod.
All right, Dr. Octogod. All right, that's it. AKA Dr. Octagon. All levels. That's 8 levels right there, boy. You know, we ain't messing with that, man. We ain't ready for that. We've only got 7 days. How are we going to mess with 8 levels? You know what I mean? And DNA point. Right there, my co-host. And we're here. Something you might not never know nothing about. Do you know what I mean? Had to get back in. I was hoping that I could have a guest for tonight, but it didn't happen. You know, this thing here where we obviously like people are really busy doing their sort of research or working on their projects and whatnot. So I understand it, man. And especially when you work in the music business, you know, let alone, I guess, the entertainment world, regardless. But I reckon the world at large, when it comes to business and whatnot, there are ways to handle it that, you know what I mean? You realize, like, right, coming from the streets, like, oh, you can't get upset about them sort of things. Because you realize, like, there are times when you might be like, yeah, I can do this with you at this time. But then, bam, something happens and it's like, this thing here, even though it's like a few days away, it kind of might mess up, you know, what's going on that. So you can't be mad at it, man. You just got to roll with the punches, you know what I mean? We've been chatting, myself and Dan, about what we're going to step up with the whole, you know, with this podcast that we got right here. And we understand it's quite heavy for some people, some of the stuff we do. So we're going to start splitting up, you know, the content so that, you know, the people that can deal with the heavy stuff, that have got strong bones, you know what I mean? They're well balanced, they're grounded enough. It'll be over there on the Odyssey channel or whatever. Yeah. And then we want to start obviously speaking to more people in the craft that we're in the hip hop world, not just UK hip hop, but hip hop at large. So hit us up in the comments, like if you can, not just in the live chat, but also in the comments after, about different artists that you would like us to chat to, like you'd like us to interview. You know, you lot know our interview style by now. You know, the people that are locked in quite regularly. And if there's people that you'd like us to chat to, just hit them in the comments, man, and we'll see who we can reach out to, you know what I mean? Yeah. Speaking of comments, let me shout out the uncommon senses that are locked in right about now in the chat room. Shout out to Slow Mo FOMO. That's what I read that right. Slow Mo FOMO, yes. Shout out to your more. Big up Turbo Turbolicious. Big up Regantology. Wow, the fam are in the building already. Shout out to Robbie Love. Yep. Yes, much love. Happy New Year. All right, we were talking about that whole New Year thing last year. Yeah, right. Was it last year? Or was
Hang on, let me just ban them.
I don't know if
I'll just ban them from the chat.
Yeah. Like, Dad doing some caretaking, boy.
It's not New Year.
Yeah, it's not New Year.
You got told last time.
I mean, yeah, check out the last episode we did with our brother DVG and oh man, I forgot her name, man. That's really bad. Yeah. Lindsay. And man, we went in on the whole, idea of celebrating around this time or that time of year, which was going into Christmas and then New Year's and whatnot, and learning about other pagan holidays that were involved in somehow got blended into what we celebrate nowadays. Very interesting, man. So and I was standing by the fact that I feel like New Year's don't start until spring. Yeah. If anyone wants to argue that, who wants to do a debate,
we could start the Flat University Challenge. We was going to do.
Oh yeah, Flat University Challenge, boy. Yeah. Anyone want to debate about the beginning of the year? Let me know. Hit me up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hit me up on my OnlyFans. Sorry, not my OnlyFans. Yeah, Patreon. It's the same shit, innit? Yeah, big up, nice one, JM. Happy New Year, bruv. All good, man. We're all good. You know what I mean? As you can see, I survived, man. I got through it, D. Boy, had a mad Christmas.
I mean, after that show.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, after that last show.
I'm not saying.
Boy. Yeah, because that last show was the 21st, didn't it?
Yeah.
Man. So, yeah, next day, 22nd. That's kind of weird. Well, I got knocked over, man. I got knocked over, bruv. I got hit and run on. Basically, run was the part that I can remember the most, is because, like, there was no one there. Basically, I'm walking a friend's dog. Kind of late. I don't want to shout at the area, you know what I mean, bait anybody up and all that, but it was like late, and it was outside, and it was in the proper burbs, like, them type of burbs where it's like little narrow roads and there ain't no
pavement,
let alone like it might be like one pavement all the way over that side.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? But this side is just a line, and like, bruv, if you can see this line, you're good. If you can't see this line,
yeah.
But I saw the line. I was walking in, just making sure that I was not in the road, walking the dog and that, and thought to myself, like, because I was walking away from the traffic, so the traffic's coming behind me now. And I was like, maybe I should get my phone out and just put on the...
Which is the right side to walk on, because you want their lights shining at you as you're walking, That's
Well, apparently you should walk like towards the traffic, so that you can see. I guess maybe you can see. I don't know. I mean, I still find it a bit weird, but yeah. So maybe
hit us up in the comments if you've got a preference about what side of the road you walk.
Yeah, at night when there's no lights and that. Just as I'm thinking, like, I should get my phone out and put it bam, 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 it's like that. And it hit me on my left buttock, my left around the piriformis area.
Yeah.
All my PT fam out there. Qualified PT fam. You know what I mean?
The piriformis. Just come to you, second nature.
You feel on my insert. Is it on the inside or the origin? No. It's lateral to my... yeah, man. Bam, bam. And it was like, so basically what, it's like I flipped because it hit on my side. Luckily, the dog was out the way. Flipped, turning now back facing behind, like, so towards cars coming, and then the next car just came and I must have moved that way. They must have moved that way. It's because I remember tire, like the taste of tire and that kind of thing. Bam, and it just went over my hand, like my fingers. But at the time, I didn't know, I couldn't remember what was going on.
Yeah.
All I knew is that I was landed on my face and, you know what I mean? Or I think I landed on my chin or whatever. And I got up like, what the man? Cars went off, bam, bam. Dog screaming, and then so I went to check the dog. I was like, right, are you all right? Dog was like, yeah, I'm cool, bruv. Come, let's go. I was like, now, wait, I feel a bit, you know what I mean? I was all a bit messed up then. I was like, all right, you're cool, but hold on, man. And it was dark, so I couldn't see what was going on with my fingers. Like, I'm thinking, right, is there bones sticking out? Because I could see blood in that. You can see the shimmer of the moonlight. It's getting all deep, isn't it?
Yeah,
shimmer off
it's a good story. I mean, I'm like,
I'm like
engrossed. Yeah. Then what?
Yeah. And then Then some woman looks out the window. So I'm on the opposite side of the street now, in the pavement side. You know, we're like, oh right, so there's pavement there. Like, bruv, you could have put a sign like, yo, just in case there's pavement over there. You know, nothing. Anyway, I'm there now. Like after checking the dog, and the woman looks out the window. Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, not really. He goes, did you get hit or was it the dog? And I was like, I think it's both. But then once I checked the dog, I was like, I think it's just me. Okay, my husband's gonna come down and help you. And it's like, a few minutes later, it was still like, are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, she's looking out the window saying all of this. Oh, my husband's gonna help you. And I was like, next minute, some big Range Rover, black Range Rover, pulls up on that side of the road. And then I'm looking and I was like, right, was it him? Was it them that? No, because I'm thinking, where is everyone? You know, who's there to help? Just in case you might have killed someone. Do you know what I mean? You might have a heart. You might think like, yo. He stops there and he's just texting. I just see this guy texting on his Range Rover and then off. He heads off. I'm like, what the hell was that? But I'm still a bit discombobulated. You know what I mean? The dog's like, bruv, come, we go. Like, he's like, yo, come. All right, cool. Let's just bounce then.
Yeah.
So I just went back, nursed myself, you know, with some whiskey.
Did the bloke come down in the end from the house?
Nah, the guy didn't come down. So that was, you know what I mean, pointless. That was pointless of her to even. Maybe I should have waited a bit longer, but I couldn't, bruv. I couldn't wait, man.
No.
I need to get out of there. You know what I mean? And yeah, luckily the dog was cool. And then I did like, you know, because my thing, I cleaned up a bit, and then I chilled because I was thinking to go to hospital and whatnot. But I was like, nah, I don't feel like I've broken anything, but it does really hurt. And, you know, I'm not doing none of them, you know, painkillers and all that. I just did my best with whatever I had. And then, the next day, I felt like I could bend my fingers more. And I was like, okay, you know, I did the protocol to test if anything's broken, nothing. And I thought, okay, yeah, maybe I'll go to hospital just to get checked to make sure people could, you better, you just check just in case, man. Do a whole full body. You know what I mean? People do the whole MRI. I was like, bro, come on, man. Yeah, and then so I thought, let me just go and check, like nothing's broken. Went there. Hospital said, nah, you're cool. Did the X-ray and all that. Said it's not broken. I was like, right, okay. And man, yeah. After that was just kind of you realizing how close that shit was, really. Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's a good time to just sit back and contemplate.
Yeah,
take a deep breath
for Christmas.
Christmas and New Year's.
Put you on your ass.
Yeah, just chill the fuck out and realize what, you know what I mean.
Be thankful for the things you've got. Your fingers, your toes. Just like basic stuff.
Your piriformis. Yeah, man. It was a bit of a mad one, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a couple of my friends were just on, you know, they started getting on the whole conspiracy about it, like, well, theorizing, I should say, about conspiracies about it and all that. I was like, come on, bruv, man. You know, but
the Black Range Rover
the Black Range Rover. Even for me, I was like, that's what I was like, yeah, but that was weird. Like, what was that about?
If he'd have like took his phone out and been like, and then just driven off, that'd be like 100%.
Yeah, I went back there because I had to go back and take pictures and all that because, you know, the scene of the crime and whatnot. And there was debris there and whatever. But what I noticed, because I thought, maybe it was someone who just, like, they just needed to send a text or something to someone and they just happened to stop at a part where there was enough space to do that so traffic could carry on. But it wasn't that. They stopped dead in the middle of the road. And then, did whatever, typing, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yo. So that's why I'm putting it out now. You know what I mean? I'm cool. There's nothing going on up here that's making me feel like, fuck this, fuck that. So just in case.
If you do run yourself over.
Yeah. Just in case I do run myself over, you know what I mean? We got it on camera that I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to do none of that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And me. I would stay the same because my Christmas, I just watched the Wu-Tang TV series.
Oh, did you?
So that was basically it.
Was it good? You didn't get into no trouble.
No scrapes.
Yeah, see, I think it is a load of rubbish, like all that. You know what I mean? I don't think I've got to think about it like that at all. I think it's my mistake, trusting the dog knew where he was taking us. You know what I mean? Yeah. Dog, they know where they're going, but they don't know, like...
It's the last time you trust a dog to direct you in a dark road. Yeah.
It's funny, man.
Lesson learned.
I did put a lot of trust in that dog for it to lead me astray like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got, hey, watch out for your dogs then, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man them out there. Dogs.
Just remember they are dogs.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, don't put too much trust in them.
As much as you think that you understand what a dog's saying to you, you don't really know. Like you're doing your best to, do you know what I mean? So you can't get too carried away in it, no matter how friendly you.
He didn't try and lick the blood or anything off your finger.
Yeah, he did actually. Yeah, he actually tried to lick the blood because the way I landed, I was on my knees. Nah, because the way I landed on my face, and my knees must have either got dragged or they landed on like kind of stony bits or whatever, because I got really grazed on the knees. Oh, and yeah, and that's annoying because you know when you're bending,
that's something you ain't had since you was like
kid. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like,
you know,
it's a stone under your skin.
Yeah, you know when you take that drop on the bike or something, on a skateboard, and then the granny comes, "Are you all right?" You just want to like, but I didn't swear, by the way.
Yeah,
you want to say, yeah, to the granny and that, but you can't because someone might be there that knows your parents. So you just got to chill. You're upset.
Did you feel like saying it to the woman over the road? I've got grit in my knees.
Yeah.
Are you all right? No.
Yeah.
I've got grit in my knees.
Are you all right? She tried, man. You know, I think, you know, and because I got up like straight away, like I think that might have even shook whoever was driving up a bit as well. They might have been like, oh.
They didn't stop at all. They just carried on.
They stopped and then went.
Right, okay.
You know, it was like that, but it wasn't like they stopped, are you okay? And you know what I mean? They just like stopped like, oh, I just hit somebody. Oh, they look all right. Bam, off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't say anything then, but yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a mad one, bruv. It was really wake up call as well.
Yeah.
Not that I was taking life for granted. I don't think I've ever really done that, like since my, you know, that ages ago wake up call. But
have you ever been run over before? When you was little or anything?
Yeah, I've been knocked.
Have you properly knocked over?
But no, it wasn't a hardcore. It was like when I was probably about 4 or 5-ish or something like that. And it was like, my mum was crossing the road, I think, on a zebra crossing. And I kind of let go of her hand. And then I walked later and in the car, but the car was already slowing down. But it hit me and...
Oh, you didn't break anything? No. I've never been run over. Don't think... No, I haven't, no.
Yeah,
a lot of people used to get run over when we was little, though.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
There's always someone coming to school with their arm and think, what happened? I got run over. And cars were just like big, massive piece of metal back then. They're not so bad now, are they? Like they used to have like big chrome bumpers on the front and like all sorts of stuff that. Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like, you get hit by a car, like the car's more damaged, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless it's one of them.
Yeah, they sort of crumple up now.
Wide body sightings. Yeah, man. But geez, I'll tell you what, I like, and I put it down to, I wanted to get that info up actually and send it to you, but things like the CMOS.
Yeah. What the healing, how quick you've sort of recovered from
and even the bones not breaking.
Yeah.
Know, really. Like that should have been something snapped, man, somewhere. You know what I mean? But like I've now always talk about it when we're giving a shout out to the CMOS boss. I'll tell you about the nails. You know what I mean? If your nails are coming out thicker, like my nails are coming out a lot thicker than they used to. You know, even cutting them is like, I might have to get the chainsaw out.
Get a grinder out, yeah.
Yeah, boy, a chainsaw. I have to upgrade it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like next I might have to get my welder brethren. Yeah, but you know, when that's happening and your hair's growing as well, thicker, you know, your skin, like regeneration, you can't, I can't deny, man, that probably helped out quite a lot. I remember watching a video years ago, man. Shout to my brother Jargon, Natural Born Spitters. I remember he put me onto Dr. Sabi years ago. And there was one video of him talking, he's talking to, he's doing a seminar. And so it's in a kind of classroom, wooden flooring. And then he just drops to his knees, bam, like that. And he's like, yo, and he's going, do you know anyone that could do that and get up and they're fine? I'm like, nah. And he's like, yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like potentizing your, if you make sure that you're getting all your nutrients in there on a regular,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's helpful. And the way you can tell, like I'm saying, is like your skin regenerating quicker, or your nails growing back thicker, your eyesight might be getting better, different things like that kind of show like, yeah, you're getting a decent amount of nutrients. So,
Yeah.
I used to say, like, obviously it's anecdotal as they say, but I definitely think that helped a lot. And the MSM as well, which is like quite a heavy sulfur-based product. Tastes like doo-doo, but it's really, really powerful. And I think, and it definitely helps with like, skin growth and whatever. I'm not even going to try and say it. Methyl sulfonyl methane. Yeah. MSM anyway. Look that up, man. It's a very powerful supplement that I've been taking for quite some time. I don't do it all the time, but it's really good for, like I say, skin, hair, joints. And it's a sulfur-based product that can really, like, I think it helps to strengthen bones as well. It helps like your teeth, it strengthens your teeth and whatnot. So yeah, things like that, man. And then obviously I was using things like arnica, which is good for shock and whatnot. I was using the iodine to clean up the wounds. Then put the arnica on after that, and then using CBD. I was using the Canisaz CBD stuff just to put on, like, because I was I had little niggles of pain. Obviously, my wrist was messed up, hands were all messed up. But yeah, the swelling went down quite quickly off the back of that CBD as well. So yeah, man, on the mend. You know what I mean? Hey, they're gonna need to do more than that, bruv. They need to do more than that. Trust. I've been through worse, man. It's annoying. Because, like I said, I can't really jump around, do backflips like I was before.
Can't play the piano anymore.
Yeah, I can't, you know what I mean? Do my little Bach piece that I love to do. But yeah, all in all, man, give thanks. Thank you for all the messages to all the crew out there that hit me up. Definitely be back, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, 2023, mate. It's going to be a mad year. I hope people are ready.
Yeah.
As soon as it starts in April.
Get ready for Get ready for 2023. Coming soon.
Coming soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn right.
I think it is. I think this year is going to be a crazy year. Yeah. I've just got a feeling that
223, man.
There's going to be some insane stuff happening this year.
Yeah. I don't think you're wrong at all.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I've just been getting the vibe from looking around. You're like, this could escalate.
Yeah. They started early as well. They started early with all the... And, I know all the uncommon senses know out there what is propaganda and what isn't. What's real and what's not.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff going out there now where you're just like, man, this is... And it can be... It's quite easy for them to keep it a perpetual thing as well, because it's worried about this, and then about this, and then this celebrity said this, and then, like, constant, like, and then...
But it's got to come to, like, a head at some point, and it seems like it's sort of, like a sort of singularity of stupid stuff happening. That's what it feels like it's going to go on. There's going to be some sort of point where it's just like, I can't handle the stupid anymore. It's so stupid. And it will just sort of reach a crescendo of stupid, and then like it's got to just collapse, or so be like a pile of stupid on the floor.
Yeah. It's funny now. Like I find there are a lot more people now speaking about stuff that they wouldn't have a year and a half ago. To me,
yeah,
and it's very interesting because I think what's made it like that, though, is the fact that there are a lot more now shills, what they call shills, and psyop type people, that are just there, like the Russell Brand types, where it's like, wow, you're saying a lot of stuff, but you're not doing nothing about it. You know what I mean? You're just telling everyone, It's like, oh, they want us to know all of this. Like, they want us to know, like, look, we're running this, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That means there is something we can do about it. look within, mother lovers. You know what I mean? We got to find the sovereign within. And we're definitely going to chat to a few more people about that. There is a way to deal with this matrix. You know what I mean? Each one of us is a Neo, but it ain't a thing where we all hold hands together and, you know what I mean? It's unfortunately, that's something you got to break out of. That ain't happening like that, bruv.
Nah.
You know what I mean? The holding hands is after you found yourself. You know what I mean?
You'd be doing what I'm doing right now. It's holding hands with yourself. Just forming that circuit within your own fucking...
Just ring your own rosies, mother lovers. You know what I mean? Ring around your own rosies, mother lovers. That's all you could do for now. You know what I mean? Learn from within. On that note, we got to give a shout out to the cmossboss.co.uk. You know what I mean? Like, I've got to say, you lot know I've been on this. I've been banging out the CMOS, the dose, spirulina, the bladder rack, banging that out, making gels, living off that. Do you know what I mean? As in eating it and not saying I sell it or nothing. Nah, make it. Yeah, that's it. I make a living. Actually, I is making a living. I'm making the CMOS to consume and live off of it. I'm making a living. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, and I got to say, do you know what I mean? Like, definitely it is, these sea vegetables have definitely got what they say on the tin going involved in them because, do you know what I mean? For me, I definitely felt like there was quite a change after about 2 months of getting into making CMOS. And, you know what I mean? I was trying out the gels first of all. Then once I learned how to make the gels, then you can make your own blends with the gel. Do you know what I mean? You can throw in, like I said, if you want to make it with dose and, you know, whatever, like the sea spaghetti even.
Yeah.
You know, you just boil it up to a certain amount and then bam, you can just put that in the mixer, zhuzh it up, and then you got your gel there. Let that cool down. If you got a lot there, you can freeze some of it. You know what I mean? Hold that, because remember, it lasts 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, though, shout out to Regantology. He gave me a little hack. He said that even after the 2 weeks, you can scrape off the top part, which is the smelly part of it. But even that you can use, because what you're going to do is, before you jump in the shower or whatever, you rub that all over yourself. So, you know, you wet yourself up, then rub that all over, you know, leave that for a little bit, and then wash it off. Not too long, you know what I mean?
Start getting algae growing on your skin.
Start getting scales and all that, like, you know, like
Aquaman.
start blinking. Horizontal. And then, you know, do that and then have a wash in your skin, put it in your hair as well. All that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, even after the 2 weeks, man, don't worry. You can still use that up.
Good point.
But yeah, hit up the cmossboss.co.uk if you want to get yourself some quality sea vegetable material. You know what I mean? Let me just talk about sea moss because that's what it really is about, the Irish moss. Many benefits. You know what I mean? Rid the body of excess mucus, thyroid support. Your thyroid is very important, mother lovers. If your thyroid is out of balance, then your whole body's out of balance because it controls quite a lot. The digestive health as well, it can help you with that. If you want to get on a fasting thing, you can make like sea moss smoothies, have a tea moss, you know what I mean? Helps with mood enhancement. It's supportive with reproductive health, if you know what I mean. Cha-cha. And also like health, weight management, packed with essential nutrients. So it's about 102 of the essential trace minerals that we need out there, and Irish moss contains 92 of them. And it's also packed with things like B vitamins and, you know what I mean? Stuff that you need, man. Like, definitely stuff that you need out there. It says it may aid in recovery after surgery. Just saying. When you have surgery, you get injured, you're dealing with an injury. After surgery, you're recovering from an injury. Recovering from an injury, even if you don't have surgery. You see what I'm saying? Somehow you're there. You know what I mean? 2 weeks later, you're there. Almost doing backflips. Almost, I say. Nah, I ain't really. But yeah. So hit up, please do hit up the cmossboss.co.uk. And when you get to the counter, after you order any of their stuff, man, Wakami, spirulina, bladder rack, you know what I mean? All types of gels as well. Then make sure you type in about 20 and do that in all caps, about 20 uppercase, and you'll get yourself 20% off any order from the cmossboss.co.uk. Bam, mother lovers. Bam. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. you know, now I got to vouch for them more than ever. You know what I mean? After going through that and realizing, like, rah, they really do. These products really do help you in such a way. You know, big up to Rain. Shout out to Richie. You know what I mean? Just putting out some really quality products.
You too.
Yep, congrats as well. You know what I mean? They got a big day coming up. Yeah, soon come. You know what I mean? Join in the club, baby. Join in the club. Yes, man. So yeah, salute all the crew, man. Big up for all you lots shout outs as well, man. We definitely appreciate it. You know what I mean? So Lawrence Lindberger, I see you. Shout to IBMCs. Oh, bet we back. Yes. King Chico, what's going on? Yo, it's been a minute, man. Missed you, mother lovers. I'm telling you. Yeah, boy. Let's have a roll call, man. Let me know what you lot. Roll call. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. What else is there? Big up to Dusty Ohms. Shout out to Nice One JM. Congrats. I believe you have an anniversary come up with you and your missus. I saw a post or something. I hate Instagram, the way that it does the thing where you see something and then you go to like, you're about to go hit like or go to read it or whatever, and then bam, it refreshes. Yeah. And then the next thing you're like, But yeah, I didn't get to read it properly, but I'm going to pre-up your page and then, yeah, man. But big salute, Nice One JM and Mrs. Nice One JM. You know what I mean? Happy celebrations. It's always good to see when true love is out there. Do you know what I mean? And there's a lot of it in the UK hip hop world, man. So we just got to start, you know, making it cool again to show love.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid, mother lovers. Don't be worried, man. You know, smile every now and again. You know, we know you're a hardcore artist and, you know, dealing with a lot of pain and, you know, suffering and, you know, grinding like day in, day out, putting in that work. You know what I mean? But every now and again, you got to just take in the love, man. Just enjoy it. And then rebound that. Send the love back out there. You don't have to film yourself doing it, of course. You know. Yeah, man. Shout out to Nice One JM. So look, this is what we're talking about. He's put out some guests that we should probably get on. MCM Caveman, Michael Parkinson. Woof, that'll be
I've written them all down. I've written them all down.
Philly.
Yeah.
Skinny Man, Lethal. All right, so I'm not all right. I won't hail them out too much. You mentioned a couple that we've had on still, but yeah, I like that though. 666. Yeah, watch him now. PM. Yeah, that could happen. Lawrence Lindberger, he said Dom Tomato flip technique. Yeah, I gotta say, I gotta give a shout out to all them man. All the free runners, all the crazy ass flippers and, you know, parkour lot. I think that, yeah, you lot absorbed some of that energy at that time. Some of it, yeah.
All the guests you've had on, it all culminated in what you done. It's just like,
yeah, I don't know how.
All of them.
Yeah.
You know, bit of everything.
I just felt that energy when I just got up, like, and then
done a bit of Dawn and David.
Yeah, Dawn and David.
He's like Dawn and David, channel Dawn and David.
Yeah,
he's like channel the
right.
Channel Mark's guy.
Yeah.
It all came together.
Yo, shout out to Master Marks, man, for real. Like, it's them, man. You know, I channeled that energy and somehow flipped, landed on my face. But I did it, you know, it didn't feel. Yo, a flip landed on my face, but I didn't feel like, you know, I didn't really hurt myself in that way.
Yeah.
You know, as bad as I thought I would anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was bad enough, you know, I ain't gonna lie. I was a bit bruised up. The next few days was like, yo. And even up till now, I'm still like, I have to be careful how I'm falling asleep on my hand and all that. And, you know what I mean? You know what it's like falling asleep on your hand? Fucking hell, mate. Jesus, last time I did that. Yeah, I didn't have big guts for garters, mate. Jesus Christ. Whoops. Yeah. We're nearly there. I swore, but it's all good, man. You know what I mean? Radio edits after, whatever you want to do, you know what I mean? So where are we going? What's going on with the, I was trying to find out what's going on with the roll call, but it seems there's a few people that do know about MSM. That's good to hear, man.
I was writing down the rest of these names.
Turbo Domination says the Range was supposed to finish off the job but there were too many witnesses by then. Bro, nah, my brother went in on the whole conspiracy theory that, you went in on the day, or like, 22nd of the 12th, 2022. I was just like, right, bro, but it was the Range Rover bit did have me like for a minute, you know what I mean? I got to like for a little while, you had me thinking like, right, could it, like, are we getting that deep? Are we talking too much of the, I was like, nah, man, there's bare people out there.
When you went back the next day, when you was looking around, did you sort of find like half a gambling chip that had been cut down? You're like,
there was a horse's head right next to the friggin'. Yeah, but who knows, man? You know what I mean? All I know is I'm still here. These mother lovers got to do more than that. You know what I mean? They got to make it more obvious than that. But I highly doubt it was. I honestly believe it was because we're on a really dark road. You know what I mean? Wearing really dark clothing.
Yeah.
Dog's dark, I'm dark. That's it. We're fucked. Pardon me for all the children out there. But yeah, so where we at? Hold on, let me try and find. Oh, you lot are giving us some good names, man. Definitely. Yeah, I'm glad some of the names you're mentioning as well. I'm glad to see. So we'll definitely reach out to a few of these
Junior
people.
Disprel, yeah, that'd be.
Yeah.
Someone from Wales would be good. Yeah. Clive the car.
Big up. Your Moore said she's been taking MSM for almost 10 years now. Heavy. Yeah. MSM is the one, man. And like, you don't have to do it all the time as well. That's how potent it is. But we got I don't know if people want to hear this, but we're going to have to chat to someone about this urine therapy thing.
Yeah.
Because I've had, or what you meant to call it urotherapy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so that people don't get put off when you say
right.
therapy,
Okay.
Urotherapy or something, I don't know. But yeah, because there are people now that are really, I know Dawn and David said nah, but then they've kind of, I've heard people counteract some of the claims that they made about why you shouldn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, things like MSM are definitely really good for you lot. So do some research on that, man. We could get some experts in, I guess, to talk about that as well. But it's always good for you, no matter who you hear talking about this stuff. You know what I mean? If it resonates, man, it's always good to make sure that what you're looking into is actually what people claim it to be. You know what I mean? That intrigues you. Otherwise, you could be going down a crazy ass path. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens quite a lot out there. Don't make that mistake, bitches and bitchettes. Yeah, angels are watching over us. That's for real. So what's that? I didn't know that. Russell Brand's wife is the producer.
He's producer, yeah.
Oh, what of his little YouTube?
Yeah, but they've got a business together. I put the business name in there. Look what it's called.
The business name?
The name of their business that they've got together. So she's a former TV producer.
It's called Shilling.
No, it's called Pablo Diablo's Legitimate Business Firm.
Wow.
So Diablo, obviously, Pablo the Devil.
That's not Katy Perry, his wife, isn't it?
No, yes. Kirsty Gallagher's sister.
Oh, wow.
So she doesn't do TV production anymore. She just does his production. So they they set up, basically, they started off with the aim of setting up a business that would then be a TV production type event. So obviously he's providing content in a TV production style. That's what he's, in his mind, he's like, I'll play a character. I'll be this guy that presents this sort of material to people, and we'll build up a business and we'll make money out of it. They'll both live off of it,
It's, what's funny about this stuff is like how it seems like, because you have, this is called like sports entertainment or news and entertainment news or so-and-so entertainment. And then entertainment seems to be a word that is overlooked quite a lot with all of this. And so we forget that by them saying it's entertainment, they're actually letting us know that this, whether it's real or not, whether I'm telling the truth or not, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And that even goes with things that we might, you might, whether it's question time or whether it's whatever, but so long as it is on an entertainment network that's the value you should take it as. You shouldn't really get too caught up, but that goes to show, man. Look at that. Like, they've set up a whole, this isn't like, people need to know this and I need to tell them this. And,
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I've got a following. And it's
Exactly.
like, no, I'm setting up some kind of,
My wife's a TV producer. She knows how to run a TV production. He's been a TV host for years. That's what his job was, wasn't it? Just hosting flipping Big Brother. Or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Big Brother's Little Brother or whatever it was called.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Where he used to prance around with a long microphone. Remember that? That's where he sort of got big, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Damn, look at him now, boy. Look at you go. Hey, you old conspiracy thing. Hey, look at you. So you doing it. How'd you doing well with the old conspiracy theory stuff? Well, it's a bit easier than Hollywood. I'll tell you that. You got some crazy people out there, but Wow, Lawrence Lindbergh is on the cookies. Okay. Oh, right. So he's married to a Rothschild, is it?
I don't know. I think their dad is a golfer. I don't know if he's a Rothschild.
Golfer, yeah. Same thing. Rothschild, golfer. Purple dog in your Moore's pantry. Oh, with the PAX 3. Okay. Jelly as well. Wow, over the holidays. Man, what was you lot's holidays blaze, man? Let me know what the holidays blaze was as well, boy, because that was a fun time, man. I mean, up until obviously, it was good, man.
Had you just done a holiday blaze before you went out with a dog as well, or did you have one with you walking the dog?
I think I might have, had one just before as well, so that probably helped deal with the blow. That just kept me all supple, you know what I mean? So I managed to just like miss the soft out of there. Boom, boom, boom. What the? Yeah. That was it. So yeah, man, that was very interesting times. Yes, love for the vape hit. Robbie Love got a vape hit. He ain't got no bud left. That's the worst time, man. The worst time, you know what I mean, to try and deal with them situation, any situation you're dealing with when you're stressed out or you're just too wide awake.
Yeah.
And bam, there ain't no weed left, man. That's it. That's when you got to draw for the tea bags.
Or the CBD.
There you go. Well, speaking of which, because CBD is obviously a very, very, very valuable product. You know what I mean? It helps you with things like epilepsy. Helps with all types of pain, whether it be joint pain, you know what I mean, arthritis. Helps you with anxiety, with depression, sleep disorders, acne, Parkinson's disease, nausea and vomiting, and all types of conditions that you might not never know nothing about. And if you're about to get yourself some CBD products, we advise, this is just advice, by the way, because I use it myself. So, I try and share that kind of knowledge so people out there understand. You should go to cannasairsuk.com. Where you can get yourself various types of products. You can get yourself a lot of information as well. Like the products vary from different types of chocolates, whether you want dark chocolate Belgian or you want a milk chocolate. You can get yourself sativa or an indica. You can get yourself natural CBD balm, which I was using on my fingers. Really helped to bring down the swelling, helps with pain as well on my buttock, piriformis pain. Something you might not never know nothing about. I wish I had to spray it. My spray's run out, so I have to order some more of the full spectrum. But you can get yourself indica spray as well as sativa spray, or you can get a full spectrum one, as well as a full spectrum coconut oil balm. And don't forget about the chocolate stirrers, please, man. The chocolate stirrers are banging. You know what I mean? They always work, especially if you want to get a good night's sleep. Get yourself a batch of them, man. They help you out. And there's a whole lot of information on how CBD products can help you. But we definitely think Cannasairs UK is a top boy product out there. So you should hit them up. Make sure when you get to the cart, you type in the code SYMNNKNA. That's SYMNNKNA. And get yourself 20% off all orders from cannasairsuk.com, my lovers. Yeah. Really helpful. I'm telling you, when you get involved in all of this, you realize, boy, like there's a lot of hype out there. People are selling you wolf tickets and snake oil. There's a whole load of wolf tickets and snake oil. They'll have you believing plaster is healing your cut, your wound. But no, mother lovers,
or the liver, eating loads of livers making you have really big abs.
Jesus Christ. Right. You know how many people were telling me about Liver King this, Liver King that? I was like, oh, wow. And I didn't even really think too tough about the roids part. It's because it just felt like kind of obvious in a way.
Yeah.
But it was just like, rah. All of a sudden, the hype around this guy, like the amount of people that had, and he was even getting into MMA circles as well. So that's why I was seeing him a lot more. Like you'd see him turn up at some Bellator thing or,
really,
certain UFC fighters might have him on their show or whatever. Like you're like, rah, on their podcast and that, and bam, all of a sudden, what's his name? More plates, more dates. Just comes out with a whole
Derek.
Yeah, well, I don't know because obviously,
I like Derek.
yeah, he's crazy. Like he talks. He talks like he's just pissed off straight away. He's like, well, obviously, like everything's just obviously like if you're gonna, But he hails out some. Yeah. I reckon some people must hate him because he hails out a lot of all these roid heads.
Yeah.
He
does know his stuff, definitely.
Yeah. And he's open about, obviously he's taking all that stuff.
Yeah.
But man, when this whole thing come out, like I seen that Liver King dude, there was one MMA, like it was like after some press conference or whatever, and then he brought in a whole bunch of liver. And then him and a few fighters, they'd have some eating the liver contest.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And then after one of the fighters was like, "Oh, it wasn't fair because his had like seasoning on his liver, and theirs didn't." You can see it. You can see his was a different color than theirs. Like, yo, this dude went to lengths to try and jerk people into thinking like you could look like that just off of eating liver.
Oh, no, but
really,
people. And what did he say? He said as long as it made people. As long as
not
people,
suicidal and shit.
Yeah, as long as as long as I sort of like inspired some people to like want to be like that. It's like, yeah.
Oh man, I was gonna kill myself, but those abs and that that liver, like yo, the abs, the beard, and the liver, it's got me thinking like yo. And then, but did you see how much shit he was taking?
Nah,
bruv. Like the amount of steroids he was already taking before he'd even when he was like, I'm on this, I'm on that.
Yeah, right, yeah.
When he was saying like, I'm on this, I'm doing this, and but like, yo, that ain't good, man.
Nah,
that ain't good, man.
But to say that you get what he's got just from his like, I eat liver, but you could just eat this powdered stuff instead, and you'll get like, the stuff he sold.
Yeah.
He's like, I eat loads of liver, but you should buy a powdered version of it. You'll get the same thing.
Yeah, but I think that was his marketing ploy was like, he'd eat the liver and people be like, oh, I don't want to eat liver. Okay, but you can, he's...
Put this in your smoothie.
Yeah, problem, reaction, solution. He's given that the problem is, though, you got to eat this shit like this. Yeah. Look, I'm going to have contests with these really strong guys that knock out people and me, look, I beat them. Even they can't take it in it. But guess what? You can take these supplements like this, bam, 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 bam.
The easy way, yeah.
And then even like the whole, like I wouldn't be surprised, bro, because the way he was emailing everybody and trying to get help with, getting himself sorted out with more roids and whatnot, and using his email address. It's like, it's kind of weird that you don't think, but he's like, yeah, keep it confident or whatever. You don't even know these people. You're saying keep it confident. You see that they hail out people on their video things as well. So why would you email the people that? Do you know what I mean? Like it all seems a bit, to me, a little bit suspect. I know it's a bit like you're theorizing a bit too much there, but I just think it feels a bit too obvious. And then unless he's that stupid, but I don't believe he is. But then off the back of it. Like it feels like he's really using his brain in terms of, the way he's apologizing, the way he's like turning it into, look, I'm trying to help people, and any way that I can help people, I want to do that. don't worry, I'm going to fix myself up. But, you know, look at this side of it, though, which, and then it's like, and then what he always ends with is like, and I want to thank everybody who's been supporting me, showing, so it's like telling you that regardless of what you think, there are people out there who do care.
Yeah.
And he's like, wow, man. And so he can still carry on. He's like, look, I owned up to it. What?
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, that's the whole, man, that whole Liver King thing is hilarious, man. But yeah, we definitely need to do that. Getting more MCs on. I see people shouting out a few more names.
Oh, yeah. I'll get these down.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if we're big enough for Estelle, man. I mean, you know, I knew her from back in the day, but I don't know if I still know her, you know what I mean? I'll definitely get her on, man, because that would be a crazy chit-chat.
Yeah.
Talk about the old days, eh? And what are the new days as well, man, what she's been through. Crazy. Winning a Grammy, that's crazy. Who would have thought that, you know what I mean? When you're out there just spitting bars in sound or... You know, WKD in Camden. Next minute, what? That's levels, man. Shout out to Estelle. For real, boy. Cleaning it up. Wow. So, yeah, I like what Lawrence Lindbergh said. The internet was crying out for a more sanitized Alex Jones, and Russell filled it.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
But it's not just him. There's about like 200 people filled that gap. You know, there's lots of sort of sanitized. I mean, Alex Jones is sanitized anyway.
He's been sanitized.
He sort of already was, wasn't he? He's like, there's certain things he won't talk about. There's certain lines he won't go over. You know, there's certain stuff that he's like, no, you can't question that. That's, you know, that's history. You can't say anything about that thing. It's like, all right, okay. So all of it's just, this is your frame. But then Russell Brand's like an even tighter frame. An opinion corridor, I suppose it is, rather than a frame. You know, it's like a tight little area that, like, because Russell Brand's always, all of his, and they always have them, the sort of images on their YouTube videos, don't they? Say like, this is the big one, or something like that. It's like, after you hear this, things will never be the same again. And then you watch them, and it's just the same old nonsense. He never actually mentions anybody. He sort of just says things like, and the WEF, but okay, what this? You know, so we now just blame the WEF. So if we just killed the WEF, would that be the end of all the problems? No, it wouldn't be. It'd be like a different thing that takes, you know, it's like this thing of like aiming everything at one person. Fauci, you know, like aiming everything at Fauci. Okay, so if we just sacked Fauci, there's all the problems are gone. Yeah. No. That's what they did with, what's her name? Liz Truss, isn't it? Yeah. Everyone went, oh, Liz Truss, Liz Truss, Liz Truss. And you're like, what's it? No one around them was involved. No one around her was involved. Yeah. Like, that's it. You're like happy with that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shout out to King Chico. It says Wim Hof was decent when he came out. Oh, I think his kids turned him into the huge business he is now, but I think the teachings were legit. Yeah, he's helped a lot of people with the cold water therapy. Yeah. It happens, man. I think like what he's talking about as well is that I think there was a BBC show. I'm not sure if it was on BBC 1, 2 or whatever, but next minute, you know, Wim Hof was obviously someone that people followed through his online stuff and whatnot in his workshops, but then, and you know, everything seemed legit, but then yeah, with the show, it kind of it made people feel like, oh, it's a bit of a joke. And I think like it may have made people who don't dig deep enough into it think that it doesn't really work as well, and that it's just some crazy. That's what they do. Was that a show that he done himself, or is it like a sort of expose show? It was like a kind of, as far as I'm aware, it was like a reality TV show where, like, you know, some kind of had like Professor Green and people like that on the retreat, maybe on a retreat with him or one of his, you know. But the thing, what I always wonder with these people is why do they bother going to the mainstream TV? Because you're big enough, you've probably got a bigger audience. It's like selling all your stuff independently, all your music, and selling, I don't know, 10,000. Every time you release something, you get 10,000 sales, and then someone says to you, "Do you want to deal with a major label?" And you think, "Well, you're going to be able to sell 4,000 copies. What are they going to do that you can't already do yourself? Like, if you're already big on the internet, what can mainstream TV do for you?
But you know what it's like. But you know what it's like is that they get offered. He got offered money to do that.
I know, but that money is so short term. It might seem like a lot, but like if you've got a YouTube channel, there's people on YouTube that make, say, 40 grand a week just eating food.
Is it?
Twice a week on YouTube, just like they do a video where they'll like eat food for 15 minutes, like competitive eating.
Oh, right, yeah.
2 videos a week, 7 million views each video. Whatever it is, making like round about 40 grand a week or something.
Wow, no wonder.
And then you've got all your old videos still up there that are making, when people watch a couple of your videos, they want to go and watch a few more. So, so if someone said to like a competitive eater guy, "Do you want a show on the BBC?" It's like, what benefit is there for him?
Yeah.
Nothing. Oh, well, yeah, but you'll get 6 episodes. Like, I do 2 a week. There's 6 episodes. It's nothing.
But at the same time,
it's not going to increase
they might
audience.
look at it as, what have they got to lose? Like, if anything, there's probably more in it than there isn't.
Yeah, but like you say, with Wim Hof, it's like, what have you got to lose? Like, it cheapens it.
Yeah, but it's the BBC. You see, this.
Yeah,
is
exactly. That's what they're selling it on. Yeah, it would be the BBC. Yeah, the internet's worldwide.
Yeah. But like the BBC, if I'm on the BBC's internet, then So yeah, probably part of that is involved for sure.
Lawrence Lindbergh knows if I've been watching Beard Meets Food. Yes, I have.
Ah, Beard Meets Food.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And you're more saying that she was considering making her own mukbang show. Do it.
Robbie Love says pretty much every conspiracy people are on these days. Alex Jones said, everything they're on these days, Alex Jones said years ago. And his favorite is the multidimensional aliens. Straight out of some movie, boy. I was chatting to someone today and they were talking about how, the AI stuff. Yeah, it could be dangerous, if it's in the wrong hands, though. It could be dangerous and all that. But they were working with, I think it's like people on that Discord or whatever, and there's some AI sort of tech that you can use, and it's prompts and all this blah blah blah, and then you can put in all these prompts, and then these are commands or whatever. So you just say like, alien, futuristic, dragon, type in all these things, and then it will create some imagery. But it's amazing. But it just looks so.
What this AI art thing?
Yeah. People have been getting on that hype.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people doing that now.
Yeah.
And there's this whole clash between real artists and people using AI. Where real artists are like, "Yo, you're taking our jobs, man.
I know.
Everything I work for." They're like Nick Diaz. No, they're like Nate Diaz, sorry. In the UFC, when he's like, "Hey, Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I worked for." That's them now. The AI man, them like,
you should get that.
Dolphin.
Get that clip and just put the, like a Van Gogh face on one of them, and then like,
yeah.
AI art.
Wow, man, yeah. It's getting pretty crazy with that as well. See, there's beef between like different digital artists and, well, I guess there's a different. You can't even call them that. You got to call them AI artists, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, if you seriously think that AI art is art, then you don't understand artists. So I don't understand why artists get annoyed about it, because it's like, it's not art. You know what I mean? If you're getting annoyed about it, it's because nobody recognises your art. So just keep doing your art. Don't worry about what the computers are doing. The people who are making AI art, typing in dragons, typing in spaceman, that sort of stuff. They're not making art. They're typing words into a computer. So what is there to be annoyed about?
They are making art, but it's not like
it's not.
Yeah, it's art. It's not like them actually like constructing it. It's them.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they're just
there's no technique involved in it. It's just putting words in a computer.
And I guess that's like the weird part of it now is like you're gonna have to ask people, is that real? Is that real or is it AI?
Did you do that?
Did you do that?
Yeah, type the words in.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Just keep doing your art. If you're an artist, just keep doing your art.
I mean, the worrying thing about this, is that because I heard my friend was saying today about how this AI isn't just to, that's with art that it manages to build this amazing, whatever, like piece of art out of people just typing in words. But now you've got AI that can also like say like you need to you got an essay or whatever you got to do, or some kind of homework or whatever. Yeah, there's AI that can just write a whole paragraph for you if you say, I need to talk about this. These are the key things or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's kind of making people lazy, man. Like no more Charles Dickens. Young Charles Dickens ain't.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you really think that's art, then you're not really. If you're an artist and you think that computers are making art, then you're not really an artist because you haven't realised that art only comes from humans and like you're a human. So just get on with your art. Stop worrying about what computers are doing. And the same with the essay writing and book writing. If you're a writer, go and write a book. Stop worrying about whether computers are writing books now or not. Because if people are going to read a book written by a computer, then they're just pedestrian readers. They're not people who are actually interested in art or interested in literature. They're just people who are they like novelty. And they're going to like the Chicken Song when they release, or they're going to like, Agadoo, or, what I mean? That's them people. It's like saying, why haven't you ever done a song like Agadoo or like the Macarena? Why haven't you ever done the Macarena? What's wrong with you?
Well,
Yeah, but the thing is that you're looking for something more in music than just like a song that makes people just dance in Spain for a year and then that's the end of it. Like you want something that's got substance and, a bit of longevity and something that actually speaks to people's souls.
Macarena got longevity.
Have you tried the Macarena recently?
Yeah, we got some longevity in it still. Like old people could do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been doing it since 40s, boy.
To me, that's the same with the AI art stuff. It's like, it's here now, but who's going to remember AI art in the future? No one.
People with electricity.
That's another major flaw with it. You're going to need electricity all the time to maintain it, whereas if you just paint a painting at home.
This is the whole weird thing with AI. But think about it. Okay, so that's it then. So the idea is to make you reliant on electricity to the point where, you got now, it's not like we're reliant in a way like, oh, the light's on, oh, I want to watch whatever, blah, blah, blah. But imagine now we're relying on it as a commodity, as like, oh, this is my funds are in this, there's WAD in this. Like that's a whole, it's like you've lost your wallet. You haven't just lost.
You've got your crypto in there.
Yeah.
You've got your vape in there. You've got everything's plugged in now. So, everything's like the smart gadgets.
Yeah, your smart meter,
home, the smart house.
Yeah, all of that is all. Yeah. So now the value, look how much that bumps the value up in electricity, innit?
Yeah.
So that's why we're always getting those scares now. Oh, this is going up.
Electricity might stop.
Yeah,
might run out of electricity.
National grid.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Wow, boy.
But what did sustainable used to be? Sustainable was like, it meant that if you had a sustainable household, it meant that when the electricity goes off, you can continue living your life. You're not worried about, you've got things that can sustain. You've got a sustainable house. You've got something where when the lights go out, you're not like, we can't do anything. Yeah. You're just like, there's not much in our life has changed. Lights went off. We just got candles out, carried on doing what we was doing before, which is
when the 50p. Remember the 50p meter?
Yeah.
When that ran out, bam, you're like, man, ain't got no 50p. All right, just get the candles, bam, bam.
Yeah. But now sustainable is like this home where it's got loads of smart products in it, and it's all, you know, so they've sort of flipped around the word sustainable. Sustainable now means all your products need electricity. So like you just said, you're dependent now on it, and then they can just bump the prices up and down when they want.
Yeah.
And
Bump up your
electricity is cheaper than it's ever been since the beginning of the war. It's cheaper now than it was when the war in Ukraine started. So why are we still paying so much for it?
Wow, I see it there. Dun, dun, dun. Might have to investigate that one. Yeah, that's interesting, man. But yeah, you know, I don't think people need to panic anyway. You lot already know. That's what we talk about here. Some shit you might not never know nothing about. Myself, Mysdiggi, my brother Dan DNA.
Mr. Green's in the chat.
Oh, shout out to Mr. Green. What's going on, bro?
Mr. Green's getting banned.
Oh, Happy New Year. Hey, come on, bruv. It's, you know, all right. If you want to say Happy New Year, you can say that, but we here, the uncommon senses know.
Just say it to everyone else. Don't say it to us.
Be that guy. Yeah, we got to be that guy, boy. Wherever you go, or that girl. You know what I mean? And be like, not yet. What date is it? It's still February. Nah. I'm hibernating right now, yeah. What do you mean you're on your way to Sainsbury's? Yeah, nah, I'm just getting my bits and bobs, man, but I'm hibernating. You know what I mean? Like, don't talk to me about New Year. I'm preparing. Like, you know, I've been having a few conversations with people about this, and it is this time, this period, this 3 months. You know what I mean? Cold and whatnot. Preparation for when the spring comes, for when the sun is like, hey, bitches and bitchettes, rabbits are banging the shit out of each other. Eggs cracking left, right, and center. Chicks, like, you know what I mean? Hey, it's that time. That's when the year starts, man. When you got to, you know what I mean, start your tax year again. You march into your tax year. It's April, bitches and bitches. Let's go. You know what I mean? That's it.
No, they know
man.
when the year starts.
That's when the new year starts, man. Like, you ain't fooling me.
Why do you think you get January and February free with your council tax? It ain't stupid.
They just keep you baffled.
That's the end of the year to them.
Yeah, man. They're just there to keep you baffled, you know what I mean? Just so you lot don't really get it. You know what I mean?
Oh, Humour has got a first official collab track being released on Friday.
Oh, wicked.
Where? Have you got a link?
Yeah, man. Send the link, man, so we could post that out. You know what I mean? Uncommon senses. If you got anything out there that you need us to shout out, do that, man. Do that. Don't ever be afraid, man. This is what we're about. Shout out to Liz Williams in the building. Yep. That's it. Resting up before stepping out again. Exactly that. Vinny B, what's going on? Planted seeds. Yes, man. Much love and respect to all you mother lovers. Yes, Vinny big B. Up Vinny B, man. You know it ain't New Year yet. You know, they're out here continuously saying it, but it doesn't feel like it. How are you out here? Happy New Year. Let's celebrate. Hey, be happy. And the shit's dying. There ain't no leaves on the trees. You know what I mean? Squirrels are like, fuck this, boy. You know what I mean? Even the pigeons are like, yeah, I don't know about this, man. Man should really start thinking about flocking. We should start working out like whether we should go south for real. We need to go south with the rest of them lot. Like, they seem more happier than us. Yo, pigeons always look pissed off, boy.
You'd be pissed off if your head was connected to your foot, so that every time you walked, it moved forward. You would be. They've got a look in their eye like they're really trying to get on with something. And it's like,
it's too much, man. It's for real. Yeah, see, Vinny B said they call it April Fool's Day. You know what I mean? It's true. There's something in that, man. That's what Mem was talking about the other week as well. He's saying about the April Fool's Day thing, and it makes sense, man, to put you off of it. You know what I mean? The idea of what they do is put you off of shit, just make you think like, oh, that's so, oh, no, I don't want to, you know what I mean? Just so you're out of sync. You man are out here, Happy New Year, popping champagne, you know what I mean? Dapping each other, bear hugging each other up. Meanwhile, shit's dead out there. Shit is dying. Ain't nothing living, nothing breathing, nothing doing nothing. Snow, cold, sniffles, people sick. You know what I mean? Their time, flu season, man just scoffed down a whole bunch of mince pies, Baileys, shit. 2 weeks later, he's wondering why. Nah, man, I feel kind of sick, man. I feel the long COVID. Like, nah, bro.
Long COVID is literally the winter. That's it. That's why you've got long COVID.
It's literally the winter.
Isn't it? I've got long COVID through December, January, February.
You think all the vodka cokes, like, what do you think of all that? You know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of sugar in there, man. All types of, come on, man.
No sun.
You got to get rid of that somehow. You know what I mean? Don't start threatening. But yeah, maybe Ye can save you, as they said. Ye or Andrew Tate. Yo, if those two, man, I don't know. There's too many people I saw sort of really backing the Andrew guy, man, and now they've gone really quiet.
Really?
Yeah. Because obviously, but you got to realize, man, this is what them people are there for. They're there to draw you out, draw out the people that might be you might have a little inkling of what's going on. You know what I mean? You think you know, right, this is a big picture, but really it's just a tiny little piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
And then blam, you're everywhere like, yeah, this guy, check out this guy, he's going to save the world, man. Yeah, this is the guy that's going to tell everybody because he's telling the truth and this is what he's saying. And then bam.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a pimp, bruv. Yeah, but just check.
It's a mad story.
Look at this video. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even the video of him, like, more or less admitting to this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
It's all a bit too staged and like, come on, man, you're not getting caught up way too.
And it all comes about because Greta Thunberg bounces him on Twitter or something, and then he gets caught from showing a pizza box or something. All sorts of weird little.
It's like a movie.
Yeah.
It just sounds like it's a script. There's a movie script out there, screenplay for everyone to get caught up in and talking about. But see, because the pizza box is like the pizza gate. And you're looking all the way over there when the shit's just happening right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's happening right here. You're all the way over there, like thinking, I'm onto something, and I'm thinking, and if we.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, man. Then the Ye thing as well. You know, we touched on it a little while ago, and obviously now, it developed into a whole nother whatever saga. But now people are talking about him disappeared and he's off the face of the map. It's like, bruv,
where has he gone?
Keep you occupied. Before they were occupying Wall Street, now they're
do they know where he's gone or not?
No, they don't know. People, the whole thing is like, oh, he's disappeared off the face of the map. No one, like, whatever, man.
He's gone away for the winter, and then he'll be back for season 3. And it'll be
yeah.
I reckon he's going to re-emerge with like Trump or something. There'll be some sort of, like the sort of, I don't know, Trump, the end of the first episode of the new series. You're always just like, so-and-so's back. Like, it's like, that's what they're going to do. Season 3, when that starts next year.
They start a podcast together.
When it starts next year.
Yeah, and Trump.
Yeah.
Trump and Ye. Origin Black. Yeah, boy. I know, man. You're right, though. Something's going to happen. But there'll be a product behind it as well. Everyone look out for that product.
Yeah.
Trump and Ye, the podcast. Yeah, I mean, hosted by Piers Morgan. Yo, it's like doing all of that. One thing people just need to realize is once you see them on certain platforms and they're not getting censored and, especially when they're getting that much of a following, like all your Russell Brands and all that.
Yeah.
It's like, they want you to see this.
Yeah.
So for what reason do they want you to see it? You know what I mean? That's up to you to figure out. I think it's kind of obvious, you know what I mean? And then you can start like just brushing off all the cobwebs, all the little dust and the extra fluff that isn't really anything worth listening to. Some of it, there will be truth in there. It could be up to 80% truth in there. Yeah. But there'll always be a whole bunch of fluff and whatnot that just to have you,
you won't get 100%. No.
Yeah, just to have you on your, but maybe, and just lead you off on some next, you know what I mean? But yeah, the whole thing's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
It's just a big joke. I think Mem mentioned it a while ago. Like he was saying, once you kind of see behind the curtain, you realize like a lot of this stuff you don't need to worry about. Like Dad, remember he was saying his pops was watching the news, and it's like, brother, you don't even have to worry about that. And then after a while, his pops was even saying like, they're just always saying something to make you get angry or make you, you know, and you unplug from that. And like I was saying to you earlier about certain things happening to me where, you know, I didn't even, it was like, for some reason, usually, you know, I would have thought that I'd be like, oh, what the hell's going on? But I was more like, okay, move on to the, and surprising myself even, do you know what I mean? Like no emotional attachment to what's going on. I just deal with what's going on. And I felt like life was, you know, there's a time and a place for it all, really. There
is, yeah. When I was younger, I used to lose it over something like a car breaking down. Because it would always be at the least convenient time, obviously. Your car breaks down 11 o'clock at night. So I'd just be like going mad about it. It's a car. I'm much, you know, as I've got older, obviously, you sort of grow into those things of just like, it's only a car.
It's a thing.
It's worth getting upset about.
Yeah, it's a thing. You still got you.
Yeah.
Like that's all. That's the main thing that matters. That's just the external thing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And once you kind of, it's just like, oh, wow, the main things that really matter are still okay, are still intact. Okay, the rest of it is just external. Whether it be even financially and all that, it's like you can't, like as much as it can get you in that place, it's like you realize what really matters, what your worth really and truly is, like what your wealth is, then you realize how things can fall more into place once you think positively about it and deal with things in a clearer, you know what I mean, with a clearer mind as well. And so then, you know, progression starts happening. But it's very easy for it, you know, to fall back into that. But yeah, man, once you wake up out of it, it's like
it's a lot of it is like, you know, breaking down old trauma stuff and, you know, and you don't realize how much all that stuff's affected you really, you know, how much growing up has affected you, that you're sort of on like an edge most of the time. You know, when I was younger, I mean, you're sort of like just on the edge all the time. You're just about to blow up all the time. And it's because of all these other things that like in the background, like little background bits going on. And then once you sort of strip those things away, then you just sort of realize actually should be a bit more relaxed about a lot of things. I think that those are lessons as well. They're in a way, you know, they're always lessons that are kind of taught to you, but because we don't understand them as that at the time, like you're saying, when I was young, once you're older, you realize, oh shit, that's why, you know what I mean? But at the time, you're just like, no, man. But then once you do learn the lesson, it's like you feel the progression off the back of that. Yeah. And you know what I mean? It touches the soul a lot more. But that's something that just comes with, you know, age and experience and whatnot. The more you experience things, the more you understand things, right? Because they can happen in a similar thing can sort of happen in a different situation, or you deal with something because you remember, oh, back then when it was like that happened, so and so dealt with it like this or whatever. And so all them things, you know, and they start to build who you are as well, your personality, how you feel like situations should be dealt with. You know what I mean? So I think that's important, very important to experience, you know, whether it be like talking to strangers or, you know, all that sort of stuff. I feel like sometimes I see some of the youths are quite reserved and they feel like, oh, you know, kind of awkward out there. And I think it's important for you to communicate and for you to kind of let go and whatnot in order for you to progress. Otherwise, boy. And some people haven't had all those loads of different traumas. They've had different types of traumas, or they've got, you know, they haven't got many. They've had relatively calm and easy life, and it's good. That's better. It's not like you shouldn't be like thinking less of yourself because you didn't have bad experiences. I wish I'd never had bad experiences. You know what I mean? I wish I'd have had like a much easier upbringing and all the rest of it. But you know, so some people might not be able to relate to what we're saying, is that, like, you know, sometimes it's hard in these situations and all that sort of thing. You might have had a fairly all right life, and that's good. You know, that's good. And but understand that there are other people out there who have had these things, and you might encounter these people sometimes, and you know, you might think, oh, that's a bit of an overreaction. It's like, yeah, you don't know what some people have been through.
Yeah, exactly that. And you don't know how they perceive it and as to how they will even deal with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They might deal with it in a whole different way. You kind of got to respect that, which is another thing that you grow into. Like, you might not realize that you've got to respect that even until, you know, it happens. And then you're like, oh, okay. Shout out to Limburger. Lawrence Limburger says, Tate and Brand have the same scheme on different ends. Very true. It is that, innit? It's like making people think like, yeah, they're talking truth. Yeah, I agree. I see a lot of people say like, yeah, I agree with what they're saying though. I agree with a lot of what they're, you know, and just because of that, you know, so you do. And then what do you see them doing about it with their influence, with their, all it seems like they're doing is just reminding you to be shitting yourself constantly. Nah, that ain't the one, man. And then one's, you know, veer into like, I guess, Russell Brand would be for the like new age types, you know, that kind of Vishnu. Yeah. Tate is for like the young Muslim guys, like thugged out, you know, flying to Dubai and all that sort of lot.
30 cars.
Yeah, 33.
33,
Dan.
33 cars,
Young Mason, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
top
sort
G,
of, and
top G.
People, people who have, his lifestyle people, really, isn't it? I mean, so each of these people, each of the ones we're talking about, they've got a lifestyle that they're pushing, and like they're trying to pull you in because you're a little bit like Russell Brand, you know, you do yoga or you eat muesli or whatever it is, you know, and he might not even do yoga or eat muesli, but he comes across as someone who does those things. So therefore you think he does those things. So you're sort of, you know, watch Russell Brand, and then you start thinking, oh, people like us, me and Russell, we think things like this, you know. And
I was watching a Russell Brand video and he was saying like that. He's the Joe Rogan. And I was watching a Joe Rogan video and he was saying people always come with that one. Yo, big up to the nice one, JM. He's saying, yes, of course, this is the opportunity, bruv. So he has an album out celebrating hip-hop over here. The nice one, JM, featuring the Beat Miners, Black Poet, Thurston Howe III, Domingo, and more. Jeez, is that you going on?
Yeah.
That's out now, yeah? Nice one, JM. Let me say it again. Celebrating hip-hop over here. Nice one, JM.
I got it.
Featuring the Beat Miners, Black Poet, Thurston Howe III, Domingo, and more. Jeez, you ain't playing around with them features, bro.
Let's give him a plug up. Just get it up on the screen. Hold on.
Yes, man. Gotta be done. Yeah. Very interesting, man. Very interesting seeing what's going on out there and people getting caught up, you know. You just think like, bruv, I thought you were a bit more, you know, just a little bit more wiser than that, yeah. But I guess they can't help it, man.
Nah.
You know, the World Cup did it to a lot of people as well. On that grape right now. I've been hitting some what's it? Lemon pound cake as well. Jeez. Lemon pound cake's quite banging. I'll tell you that right down now. You know what I mean? But yeah, the grape's hitting me. Yeah, big up all the crew that are locked in. Hopefully next week we can get a guest in. Do you know what I mean? and go for another deep dive. Like we said, we want to switch it up a little bit in terms of, because we don't want to scare people off, man. We know that a lot of people come here for the UK hip hop sort of chit chat as well. So we want to make sure more of them come in and don't get too scared when we talk about snake oil salesmen. You know what I mean? But we appreciate all you mother lovers locking in. We wanted to make sure, you know what I mean, everyone was cool out there. Check King Chico. Afro Man's got a new album out.
Oh, we're not plugging that.
He's got a tune, but he's got a tune called Lemon Pound Cake. Try to draw you in. See how they try to draw you in. As soon as a bud comes out, oh, this is hot, man. People, this is gonna blow up. I'm gonna do a song about this. Then everybody that likes that bird gonna like my song, and then they gonna buy my song. Ooh. Lawrence Lindbergh says he's got Glookies, which is gelato crossed with Girl Scout cookies, he believes. That's what he thinks it is. Got the room stinking. Yeah, I can believe that. That cookies would definitely do that. And the gelatos. Woof, that's a nice blend right there, boy. Yeah, man. Big up all the blazers out there. And I'm not talking about jackets, if you know what I mean. No, nothing to do with waistcoats, but to do with getting wasted. Hey. Looking forward to 420 this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be a big moment.
My uncle's birthday, 420.
Huh?
My uncle's birthday as well.
Is it on 420?
Mm.
Wow. Do you reckon he knows about any thing to do with 420?
Nah.
Oh, Wicked. You're more said to try and get Tremendous on. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I'm pretty sure she'd be up for it, man. King Chico says Clive the Carl. Yeah, that's a good idea. We should try and get him on. He's another guy that talks a lot about the realness. For sure, man. Yo, it's about that time though, man. You know what I mean? We won't keep you lot waiting too long because, you know, it's a school night as well.
Oh, 50th anniversary of hip hop as well.
Oh, yeah. This year is the 50th anniversary. When does it drop? Is it, when they say, is it June or something like that? Or April?
Robbie Love said 420 and 50th anniversary of hip hop. It ain't. It's not surely.
It's not. Okay, nah, it can't be on 420. That would be
on the 20th.
42. Wow, that would be a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we should get that script guy on for the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Yeah. Let's try to do that. See if we can pull out some ciphers. Oh, not ciphers. Some codes and that. Decode some of that stuff.
But if anyone knows anybody who does like social media stuff, I think that's what we want to try and find somebody who may be able to help us on the social media side of things, doing some promotion and just pushing things out a little bit more. Yeah. So if anyone knows anyone who might be interested in helping out, it's not going to be anything too,
hectic.
Yeah, or paid at the moment.
Yeah. Nah, you be helping us out, you know what I mean? Getting some experience in there. And obviously, like, once things start rolling, then you'll be involved. Because it's just that side of it that we're both quite busy.
Yeah.
And it's quite hard to sit down and go through episodes and whatnot. And all that kind of posting, blah, blah, blah. It's quite a lot. But obviously, it wouldn't be, like, too hectic. But just enough that we're constantly throwing bits and bobs out there so people know. Because it is time that we start promoting it. I think we've got into the groove of it. Shout out to the crew that have, stuck with us from the beginning. Yeah, but we're going to add a bit more to it now in terms of the production.
Yeah.
And so it is time we start stepping up the online presence with it. Start talking to more of the, artists out there that people want us to speak to. Because, you see how we get down here anyway. And more in-studio stuff as well. Do you know what I mean? Because people know that we're in a secret location in Amsterdam. So that's why we obviously can do the roll calls and whatnot. And everything's legit. So when we can get people to fly out here and be here, you know what I mean, at the bunker, don't worry, just get in touch, man. We'll sort that out.
We've got an underground mag lift maglev like glass tube thing that goes all around the world, underground tunnels. We can get you from anywhere to here, really.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're in London, you know, we can get to Amsterdam pretty quickly for you.
Listen, man, it's something you might not never know nothing about. You know what I mean? So we got to shout out all the uncommon senses that were locked in with us tonight, man, because we appreciate you, mother lovers. Shout out to Slow Mo, FOMO, big up your more Turbo Tubalicious. You know what I mean? Regantology, salute, my brother. Big up to Robbie Love. Shout out to the nice one, JM. Big up all the crew, man, that were locked in with us. Lawrence Limburger, of course, King Chico. Yes. Shout out to Dusty Ohms. Salute. Yeah, man. Always good to see you lot up in the place, man, and find out that everyone's well. Everyone's looking after themselves. IBMCs, salute. He's on the hash as well, see? he's on some old school jugglers, man. It cracks me up.
He's a retro guy.
Yeah, retro. That's what we love out here, man. You know what I mean? We're going to chat to Harry Love, man, and get proper retro as well. Start digging up into the old school files. You know what I mean? That's going to be fun. Shout out to Mr. Green. It was good to see you up here. All the uncommon senses. Big up to Liz Williams, Vinny B. Yes, my brother. We're going to chat soon, mother lover.
Yeah.
And who else was in there, man? Shout out to all the silent listeners as well. The ones that listen back on the stream, on the podcast. We appreciate you lot as well, man. Because, you know, trying our best to, you know, bring you something different than what's out there. And obviously, UK hip-hop has got to be documented in some form or way. So as we start to grow, you know, more people will be interested in coming and having a chat with us in Amsterdam. Because they can Amsterdam it, boy. Get blazed out here.
What do you think of Lawrence Lindbergh's idea of you and Rodney P doing a 50-year wrap-up? Long verses.
Wow. Yeah, 50-year wrap-up of hip-hop. Jeez.
Some years would be a bit dead. You have to like double up on one or 2 years.
What would we have to do? Like, we'd have to do it decade-wise. I don't think, look, to try and pull off, because think about it, 50 years and you want to try and wrap up. Yeah, that would be a mishmash, boy. But yeah, that'd be a really cool idea, though, to try and pull that off. You might have wanted to start that like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Get it ready for now, but
a lot of research.
Yeah. How long do you reckon it would be, Lawrence Lindbergh? How long do you think it should be? You know what I mean? Like that. When you try and put that into perspective, like, woo, that's a lot. Yeah. But yo, love to all of you lot, man. Glad to still be here. Do you know what I mean? And peace and blessings. We'll be back next week with some more of that shit you might not never know nothing about. That's right. My name's Mysdiggi. That's Dan DNA. Checking 50 bars. Guess what, mother lovers? We're out.